Hello everyone, a very logical day to all of you. And here we are, April 26, the first editorial of the Indian Express. I hope you have gone through the editorial first, and if not, you can still continue with the same. So, it's criminal. But now let us understand what is criminal. So, this title is not giving you any indication of what would be there in the passage. Right? Now, the thing that we can understand from this title is that there has been an action. The action has taken place, but this action is something that people consider, or it is considered as wrong, that is criminal. So let's see what has happened. So, Anand Mohan Singh, a gangster turned politician who was serving life imprisonment for the murder of a young Dalit IAS officer, walked free from a Bihar jail Tuesday. Right? If he walked free, that means this is the action which is considered to be criminal. The remission of his life sentence was enabled by the state government. How was that action perpetrated? It was enabled, so that means it was helped. This action took place with the help of the state government, which 10 days ago amended the Bihar Police Jail Manuals 2012. The amendment created a window for the State Law Department to step in and include Mohan in the list of the convicts to be freed after having completed 14 years. So this amendment is telling you how this action is to be considered as criminal, and the rest of the paragraph is giving you the explanation of this how. ये यहाँ पे दिया गया. So the remission has political appeasement and injustice written all over. The Singh, a former MP and leader of the Bihar People's Party, is an influential Rajput leader who could affect poll outcomes, even from jail. So both the ruling JDU and RJD seem keen to include him in the Mahagathbandhan. This is how heinous crimes feel. The remission has political appeasement. So what is the effect? Of this action. So now you can break up this paragraph into two things. One, the action has happened. The action has happened here with the help of the state government. How? Through the amendment that was created just 10 days prior to this. And what is the effect? This could affect the poll outcomes. Now, if this person affects the poll outcomes even from jail, so this word "even from" is actually helping you understand the severity of this problem, right? Because this person has now walked free out of jail. तो अगर जेल में रहते हुए भी उसका इतना असर पड़ सकता था पोल आउटकम्स पर, तो सोचो ये जेल से बाहर रहेगा तो क्या हो सकता है, right? So this is the inference that can be drawn from the last two lines of the paragraph, right? I hope you have understood this. The main point of this paragraph would be this is action, there is walking free, helped by the state government, right, by amending the list. How? It has a political appeasement and injustice, so that is how it is being treated or being seen. And effect would be that the poll outcomes would be affected. And why? लास्ट वाला जो सेंटेंस है वो बता रहे तुम्हें उसे ऐसा क्यों रिहा कर दिया गया, बिकॉज दे वांट टू इंक्लूड हिम इन द गठबंधन, महागठबंधन, राइट? सो दीज आर ऑल द क्वेश्चंस दैट कैन अपीयर, or this is how you need to understand the main point. Here, the remission enabled by the state government and for political appeasement, and दिस शोज इनजस्टिस, ये बीच में डैश भी है, तो पॉलिटिकल अपीजमेंट है और इसकी वजह से वो इनजस्टिस दिखता है. Right, you can see the phrases, the few phrases that I've marked will give you the intention of the whole paragraph. Next, Anand Mohan may deliver votes to the Mahagathbandhan, of course, but at what cost? So can Suhasan Babu Nitish Kumar henceforth hold forth on his commitment to decriminalize governance? Then ये hold forth means क्या वो अभी भी अपनी इस बात पे डटे रहेंगे कि उनकी जो गवर्नमेंट है या जो भी गवर्नमेंट है वो डीक्रिमिनलाइज हो जाएगी. ठीक है, इसका मतलब क्रिमिनल के इफेक्ट से बाहर. Anand Mohan was convicted for the murder of district magistrate of Gopalganj, G. Krishnaiah, who was lynched by a mob mourning the killing of a BPP leader and history sheeter, Chotan Shukla, in 1994. The Patna High Court sentenced Mohan to death for abetting the murder of Krishnaiah in 2007. Supreme Court reduced the sentence to life. He was sentenced to death. Supreme Court reduced it to life, while the Bihar government passed for the death penalty. At that time, the Bihar government had pressed for the death penalty. Nitish Kumar should explain. Now, why did the author give this whole episode here? Right, this was only the incident. कि why was he imprisoned? या उन्हें क्या दिया था, उनका जो केस है वो पूरा बताया है. नीतीश कुमार जी का जो एटीट्यूड था इसके प्रति, that is what was given, but now he has changed. So the author says now Nitish Kumar should explain why his government has now gone out on a limb to free Anand Mohan. Why did it drop murder of a public servant on duty from the category of heinous crimes that was kept outside the purview of remission? Heinous crimes के लिए जो जेल के अंदर थे उन्हें जेल से निकाला नहीं जाएगा 14 साल के बाद, ये था. लेकिन मर्डर ऑफ अ पब्लिक सर्वेंट ऑन ड्यूटी को हीनियस क्राइम्स की लिस्ट से बाहर कर दिया, और क्योंकि इससे बाहर कर दिया, दैट वाज द अमेंडमेंट दैट टुक प्लेस, राइट. एंड बिकॉज दिस मर्डर ऑफ अ पब्लिक सर्वेंट ऑन ड्यूटी वाज रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम द लिस्ट ऑफ द हीनियस क्राइम्स, एज अ रिजल्ट Anand Mohan was free to go after completion of 14 years. Getting this point? So, how does such deceit square with the moral high ground the opposition has taken in the 2002 Bilkis Bano case in Gujarat? Right? What square with means to be equal to be similar to. तो वहां पे तो morally high थे opposition जो है बिल्किस बानो केस में. Most of you would know that Bilkis Bano case. If no, then kindly read it, क्योंकि legal और उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें आ जाएंगी तुम्हारे पास according to your test. Now the opposition has accused BJP governments in Gandhinagar and Delhi of favoring men convicted for murder and rape for political dividends, and has demanded justice for the families of victims. Now this is what the opposition has been doing now. And this action of Nitish Kumar of freeing Anand Mohan from all these heinous crimes and all amendment that they have made, this needs to be justified, or this needs to be explained by Nitish Kumar ji. Right? So he should explain. This is what the author is getting to. Let's see what is the attitude of these people, the opposition, for the cases, a few cases that he has mentioned. Right? But now in this case of Anand Mohan, how has that attitude changed now? So of course, Nitish Kumar needs to explain all this. So the major point, hold forth on his commitment to decriminalize. This is what was Nitish Kumar's attitude towards this governance. Now, Nitish Kumar should explain why his government has now gone out a limb to free Anand Mohan. Why did it drop from the category of heinous crimes that was kept outside the purview? I've marked all these 3 lines. Why? Because this will set the tone for the passage, the main point of the passage, if you combine both these words. Right? इसका मतलब उन्होंने क्या प्रॉमिस किया था, कमिट किया था, और अब क्या कर रहे हैं? अगर यहाँ पे उन्होंने चेंज कर दिया अपना कमिटमेंट, दैट इज अ forswear, right? So now you of course need to give an explanation for it, that how and why have you gone back on your words. So Kumar is now busy cobbling a opposition coalition for 2024. His acquiescence to regressive caste lobbies to free a murder convict stains his record in governance. This is what the major point of this paragraph would be. कि उसका नाम खराब हो गया है. Stain मतलब धब्बा लगना, दाग लगना, to besmirch. You have another good word for it, besmirch. Right? Or stigmatize. Right? So, now he's cobbling a opposition coalition. So, cobbling would mean like mending or repairing. एक cobbler क्या होता है? Shoes repair करते हैं, ठीक है? तो रिपेयर करना उनका काम है ना. तो अब अगर आप कॉबल कर रहे हो, मतलब यू आर कॉबलिंग फॉर अ कोएलिशन, दैट मीन्स यू आर ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग ऑल दोज डिफरेंट पीपल इन द ऑपोजिशन टुगेदर टू फॉर्म वन opposition party against the ruling one. So that is an opposition coalition he wants to make. And his acquiescence to regressive caste lobbies to free a murder convict stains his record. Acquiescence is to give in, right? So वो उनका जो स्टेटस था कुछ अलग था पहले नीतीश कुमार का. His perception of the things was different. His attitude towards those things were different. Now he has changed, but changed just because he wants to make a strong opposition coalition against the BJP or the ruling party. So that means what? Of course, according to the author, he needs to give a justification of that. So acquiescence would be to give in. And regressive is to go back. Right? Caste lobbies पे आ जाते हैं वापस से to free a murder convict stains his record. अब ये जो उन्होंने एक्शन किया उससे उनके रिकॉर्ड या उनके नाम को धब्बा लगा. That is, it is stained or soiled also, you can say. Soiled or spoiled his name. In fact, Kumar's loyal ally in his battles as CM to impose the rule of law and effect structural changes in Bihar was the bureaucracy. That means bureaucracy helped him. राइट एलाई थे, लॉयल. तो उन्होंने नीतीश कुमार की सारी बातें मानी. The bureaucrats were his eyes and ears as he fought an ambitious ally, the RJD, and sought to build institutions and infrastructures, take basic services to the people. Anand Mohan Singh's freedom, achieved through state-sponsored subversion of due process, is also a message to officers that the law will take the course of politics. ठीक है. अब इस पैराग्राफ में ऑथर ने पहले कहा कि नीतीश कुमार is now busy making that opposition coalition, right? And then here he comes up with the plus points of Nitish Kumar, and then he says that see, this has stained his record. So what he has done was good. Now because of this action, his name has been stained or stigmatized. So it is an indication to the people. It is also a message उसने कहा author ने to officers that the law will take the course of politics. मतलब law politics के साथ चलेगा. Anand Mohan is no singular criminal politician. He is a representative of an ecosystem wherein crime, caste and politics mingle to form a deadly cocktail. Right here, crime, caste and politics. ये तीनों एक साथ हो जाएंगी तो it would be a deadly cocktail. Nitish Kumar ought to have been the Nitish Kumar he once was. So this is the opinion of the author that Nitish Kumar has changed, and he is changed to the worse, you can say, because whatever he has done now has actually stained his name. So Nitish Kumar should be what he once was. That was the point that the author has stated. So 3 paragraphs, 3 points you have. Here the third point of the third paragraph, the Anand Mohan Singh's freedom achieved through state-sponsored subversion of the due process. In the last few days, I think so, we have done this. Due process का मतलब क्या होता है कि जो systematic है, जो system है, जो method है, किसी भी organization का, ministry का चलने का, वो उसे bypass कर देना या उसे not giving it much importance will be the subversion of the due process. So this subversion is a message to officers that the law will take the course of politics, and Nitish Kumar ought to have been the Nitish Kumar he once was, because through this action his name has been besmirched. So now coming to the main idea, combining these three, So letting dawn Anand Mohan Singh what stains Nitish Kumar's record. यहाँ पे आनंद मोहन सिंह वॉक मतलब उनका फ्री होके निकल जाना, ठीक है. स्टेन्स इज स्पॉइल और टेंट, अभी मैंने और भी वर्ड्स दिए थे, TAINT, राइट. द स्टेन्स स्पॉइल्स और टेंट्स Nitish Kumar's record. This insults the memory of the murdered officer, right. तो ये सही नहीं था according to the author. So this is why it is criminal, right. So now the title has also been justified. Let's see the vocab that we have here. Remission is lessening or reduction or freeing. अभी हमने first sentence में ये देखा था. Heinous is mainly related to crime. This is another way how you can actually relate the words, two words together so that you are able to retain them. Heinous crimes होते हैं mainly. ठीक है. I'll give you two more examples. For example, if I use the word caustic, तो caustic remarks के साथ relate कर दो. Offensive remarks, caustic remarks. So now you know these, the word caustic would mean offensive or something that is hurting. तो remarks हो सकते हैं ऐसी बातें जो कि किसी के दिल को चुभ जाती हैं, उसे caustic remarks बोल सकते हैं, right. Heinous crimes एक word है. So this is like collocation. ठीक है, दो words को एक साथ use कर लें तो हमें थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रहेगा. I'll give you another example here. It is a ferocious tiger. I've used this in many classes. A ferocious tiger, right. This is another way how you can actually remember the words. Next come appeasement. Again, appeasement is a word that we've taken many times. Appeasement is mollification. Mollify करना मतलब किसी को शांत कर देना, काम, pacify. ये सारे words उसके हो जाते हैं. Pacify, placate, right. Those who have attended my vocab class can kindly go through the notebooks. You have written these words. Decriminalize, उसको crime से अलग कर देना, crime से अलग कर लेना तो वो legalize हो जाएगा. Sanction मतलब अलग अलग multiple usages हैं इस word के. Lynched is killed or mobbed but without any case. That means assassinated, murdered. वो lynching हो जाएगा. Mourning is grieving, that is a bereft family जो होती है तो वो किसी की डेथ पे मोर्न करती है, तो grieving. Abetting को bet के साथ रिलेट कर दो तो bet यानी जुआ करना होता है, तो जुआ करना अच्छी बात नहीं है. So abetting is somebody who is supporting or aiding but in a wrongdoing, in a crime or in a wrongdoing. तो जो तुम्हारी गलती में तुम्हारा साथ देगा, तुम्हारे क्राइम में तुम्हारा साथ देगा, तो उसको आप अबेट कहते हैं. सो अबेटिंग somebody in a crime. Cobbling, cobble is mending or repairing. We did this. Gone out on a limb is to go out of the way to get something. To get something. To be square, which means to be similar to or to agree to. Acquiescence, we say, is to be submissive, to give in, to agree. Quiet word आ जाता है इधर, तो quietly agree मतलब चुपचाप मान लेना किसी ने कुछ कहा है. Regressive is to go back. आरी का मतलब होता है पीछे जाना, तो regress होता है. और gress का मतलब होता है to step or to go, right. तो regressive nature हो जाएगा पीछे जाना, that is degenerative or reverting. Subversion, सब का मतलब होता है a lower level, and what is to go. So if you are doing something that is against, तो वो agitation हो जाएगा, revolt जैसे हो जाएगा, sedition होगा, where you are giving right, where you are giving something against or you believe something that is against the set ones. So that is the subversion of the law हो सकता है. So that is it for today, and I hope you have noted down the difficult words along with the simple meanings that we always do, and have read one extra article from some other newspaper. That was what we had decided for this week, and I hope you are doing it. So that's all for today. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Have a logical day ahead.